Hello, and thank you for joining me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You. My name is Dr. Sylvia Black, licensed real estate broker with Affordable Homes and Apartments, and I'm licensed to preach and I'm ordained as a minister. And I'd like to thank you for joining me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You, which airs every Wednesday right here on Time Warner Public Access TV Channel 20, Wednesdays 6:30 to 7 p.m. and Saturdays from 12:30 to 1 in the afternoon. And again, thank you for joining me today. Now, last week we talked about that I was going to continue talking about the 7 last words, and I will be recording it and putting it on my YouTube address, which the channel is sblack3001. But I'll be broadcasting that after we talk about some real estate. I think we need to get into talking about some real estate, but I'm also anything that I'm going to be broadcasting on the show will be actually on my YouTube address, which is sblack3001. And thank you for joining me today. And I'd like to start talking about some real estate. Income tax time is here, and I know a lot of people are getting their income taxes. And I'm going to talk about a book that I've written called Free Money for Home Buyers. Now, this book basically talks about, it's a home buyer's resource guide for down payment and closing cost assistance, subsidy grants, that's offered by a local, federal, state, and city organizations, as well as nonprofit organizations throughout the region, the country actually. This book covers the entire state of New York, all the assistance that I've researched downstate New York, because I was in New York when I first wrote it. So I'm updating the book so that they can reflect current information. And I also covered the Western New York region, which is here in Buffalo. And also I'll be covering Rochester. Rochester will be included in this as well. And I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Okay, thank you. This book is available on lulu.com and also createspace.com, createspace. And a website will be is under construction right now, which you'll be able to get it directly from our website. Okay, now today I want to talk to you about no money down. Okay, that's the topic of today. Now, how would you like to be able to buy a house with no money down, no closing costs, no fees, no points? Okay, well, it's possible, and Affordable Homes and Apartments can help you achieve your dream of home ownership today. Okay, now let me talk to you a little bit about some of the programs that are offered here. First of all, there are no money down programs available to you and I, the general public. Okay, if you're a veteran, you can take advantage of the no money down program, or if you do have to put anything down, you can put as little as $100 down for some of the homes that we sell. Also, if you're a firefighter, an EMT worker, those are other programs, but those are special programs also for you that could allow you no money down. Anybody actually that's working, you could also be getting Social Security, permanent disability, okay, and also qualify for this program. You could also not have the world's worst credit, but you don't have to have perfect credit to qualify. Okay, and these programs are available now. Now, Affordable Homes and Apartments is the one that you'll come to when you're ready to buy your house. We'll be the ones showing you the houses. We'll be the ones selling you the house. The organizations that we're going to be introducing you to, and we have no authority on whether they will approve you, accept you, reject you, or what they actually have to offer. It's just for resource information only. Okay, but we will be referring you to organizations that can assist you in your home buying process. Okay, these would include nonprofit housing organizations, as well as local, state, city, and federal, and even government agencies that can help. Now, we're going to start talking, and thank you again for joining me today. This book, like I said, all the information that I'll be talking about will be in this book, Free Money for Home Buyers, and it will be available at our next workshop. If you're interested in attending the workshop, we will be announcing it in the Challenger. Okay, and so you can actually email me at affordablehomesandapartments@gmail.com. That's affordablehomesandapartments@gmail.com. And I will put you on the list for the next workshop. Now, purchasing a home is one of the biggest investments in your life. And I say one of the biggest investments because hopefully it's not the only investment that you buy. Okay? And, hopefully it will be the beginning of your investment career. Some people, however, only want one house. And that's the way you feel, and that's what you want, and that's what will help you achieve. Now, I found my career as a licensed real estate broker to be very rewarding in helping first-time home buyers achieve the American dream. New programs are instituted on a daily basis, and I do keep abreast of the new housing programs that are out there that will benefit how to help low to moderate income individuals and families like you and me, okay, achieve the American dream of home ownership. Now, you as a first-time home buyer may have questions and answers, okay, and for any reason, most individuals and families who desire to own a home never do. An educated home buyer is educated home buyers are our best customers. Okay, the better educated you are, the better chance of you having and owning your own home creatively and strategically. That means with as little as possible, no money of your own. Now, when I say that you can no money down, it doesn't mean that you can come to the table and you can close the deal on your house with not a penny out of your pocket towards the actual sale of the house. Okay, and it doesn't mean that you have the world's worst credit, that you've never paid any bill in your life and you can qualify for a home. So please, ma'am, please, sir, don't get me wrong. Okay, but these programs are available for responsible adults who have the desire to own their own home and are willing to learn what you need to do in order to own a home. Okay, let's take for an example. As I talked about, you can actually go on my YouTube address, and I'm going to re-record it because I don't like the way I look when I talk about it, but there are 3 topics which I'm going to be talking about in the workshop to come down the road. And they are on my YouTube address at sblack3001. And they are opening the door to a home of your own, finding the mortgage that's right for you, and knowing and understanding your credit. They're all on YouTube right now so that you can view them free right now. And you can get ahead of the game. Okay? My idea is to basically try to find people like yourselves who are interested in owning a home, but are interested in doing what you need to do. Now, the process, okay, it can be time consuming and also confusing. Okay, so we need you to be diligent and loyal to the process. Okay, and like I said, we ask you, all the programs that we refer to you are going to actually assist you in other areas other than finding your home. They're going to assist you in the mortgage area. They're going to assist you in perhaps even the counseling area. There's free housing counseling agencies out there. They're going to help you achieve your other areas. Foreclosure. We also have a foreclosure prevention workshop, and I have a book for that also. It's also available on Lulu.com, which is mortgage relief programs. Okay, and these programs that will help you achieve the dream, but we're the ones who are going to find you the home. And when you come to the workshop, you're going to sign up the workshop, and we're going to give you the information you need. Okay, we'll have these books at the workshop, so you'll be asked to get one of these books when you come to the workshop, so that you can review and look over all the information. And actually, also private lenders have programs also available as well. In addition to that, companies, corporations, employers are adapting policies also to help first-time home buyers. And right now, I only know of it being done in Rochester. I haven't researched the other markets yet, but I don't think it's being done here in Buffalo at all. But I'm going to see if I can go and talk to a couple of corporations and see if we can initiate that program. It's a very excellent program where actual employers actually assist in the home buying process. The one that I knew about was where the employee would match your savings like they do with a 401k. Okay, so you save up to $5,000, and then they would match that by another $5,000 over a course of 12 months. Okay, and they would take the money. Now they would probably want to take the money right out of your check, and because technology has adapted that, and the money would be in an account where you cannot touch. Now, if you was to withdraw the money early, then there would be a penalty. First of all, you wouldn't get any of the your employer's money, who contributed towards your savings account. And then there will be a penalty on top of that will take out of the money that you needed. If it was an emergency situation, you would have to document that and prove that it was an emergency, and then you would get all of your money back if you actually needed it for an emergency. Okay, but there are different stipulations and whatnot that are being adapted. So a lot of people are actually being, adapting these policies. Okay, this no money down policy, you can be a veteran, you can be a firefighter. Okay, those are two, like a service worker, police officer, teacher, a school administrator, firefighter, police officer, I said that. Okay, and veterans also. We roll out the red carpet for veterans because you served your country. You serve the country, the very country that we live in. So yes, you should be treated special. You know what I mean? And yes, you as a veteran, yes, ma'am and sir, you can own a home today as well. And what we will do is when you come to the workshop, we'll start by showing you property. Okay, we'll start by, sending you lists of property that's available for sale so that you can get an idea. We're also going to have a virtual tour at the workshop so that you can actually see what some houses look like and what the prices go for. I have a pamphlet that I hand out which has about 4 houses on it. As small as the pamphlet is, I was able to put some houses on there. And these houses go anywhere. They're very cheap. We're talking about, I mostly sell foreclosures. Okay, we sell foreclosures, and these are very, very cheap. They're, I can't talk about price on this show here, but we'll talk about the prices. Like I said, you can email me, affordablehomesанdapartments@gmail.com. The prices are very, very cheap. We're talking about in the double digits, not the triple digits, okay? And less than what you would actually believe. There are advantages as well as disadvantages towards a home being priced so low. And also advantages and disadvantages to a home that needs repairs that you want to buy. Okay? Lenders are picky. Some lenders don't want to loan the money for a house that's really, really cheap because the money that they make off of it, they feel that it's not worth it. But there's a nonprofit organization that I had the pleasure of sending my resume in. Okay, perhaps, I could still work with them even if I'm not directly on their payroll. But, they give workshops periodically too. And we're going to start adapting workshops as well. Now, they actually finance the house for you. They would actually, because they have mortgage consultants and they finance the house. So our business doesn't conflict. Actually, we complement one another. And not only that, they have counseling sessions and what have you. Now, the reason why it would take so long for a process to take place was because you, the home buyer, don't come up with the documentation that you need. Or that you're not possibly ready to buy a house today because some issue occurs. Now, if that's the case, we here at Affordable Homes can definitely help get you ready. Okay, we have financial management workshops, which includes budget, debt, and credit issues. Okay, and those are included on the website. That's just a basic synopsis of it, a 30-minute area of it where we talk about the mortgage, finding the mortgage that's right for you, opening the door to a home of your own, and knowing and understanding your credit, okay? Those are 3 topics also we'll be talking about at workshops. We'll be having workshops on a continued basis. So if you come to each workshop, you'll be able to find out some information. We're going to be teaching at the workshop and not just informing you about the products and services that are available. Okay, we'll also have an evening course that we'll offer, a financial management course that we'll be offering as well. We're trying to find a church now that way. If you're listening, if you're a pastor and you would welcome the idea of us doing a home buying workshop at your church, please contact me and let me know. We'll be more than happy to rent the facility from you. But we're going to start contacting some churches and seeing which church is going to be available to let us do the workshop. Depends on how, who actually will allow us to do it. There will depend on how often we'll be able to give it. Okay, so these workshops will, not only going to inform, but they're also going to educate. And I talk about a lot of these things on my YouTube address so that you can actually start viewing the stuff at SBlack3001 on my YouTube address to get started. Now, I don't discuss details at the workshop. That's why you got to get the book. I tell you what's available, what you can get, what you can take advantage of. Okay? I work with people, apartments, when I rent an apartment, I rent an apartment, mostly I work with people that are on Section 8 welfare and disability. However, unfortunately, welfare by itself does not count as income for a home. But we use it when we rent an apartment because it's guaranteed for 6 months, just like Section 8 is guaranteed for a year. Now, if you need help with meeting your home ownership and other expenses, there's a program called the Section 8 Home Ownership Voucher Program. Which I should be talking about that next week. But we're going to talk about a bunch of things today. And then we're going to concentrate on a few things next week because there's a lot of specifics in here that you need to know. Now, you can get a copy of this book right now on lulu.com. Okay, I'm updating it actually, so I'll let you know when the updated copy is available, and it'll probably be at the next workshop, which will either be on the 23rd or the very next month in May. Okay. Now, there's a lot of organizations, like I said, there are state, city, federal government agencies that offer these programs available. But if you don't know, what to ask for, You know, for example, if you're on the internet and you're searching for something, right, and you don't know exactly how to word your search so that you can narrow your search down, you'll get a whole bunch of things that are completely unrelated to what you're searching for. Well, then the more you scroll from page to page, you get closer to what you're looking for. You click on that, and that'll take you to somewhere else, and then you get a whole bunch of other similar results, and you continue to click, and you continue to find, eventually you'll find what you're looking for. Well, we're here at Affordable Homes constantly researching the market, and we keep abreast of all of the, not all, but as much of the real estate market as we can. Okay? When I first came out here, that was my first thing, was to contact the same agency that I dealt with in New York City to deal with out here, because I finally owned a home. I was able to own my own home, and I needed help and assistance, okay? Unfortunately, it's not a lot, and I have to keep it real, not a lot of African Americans are taking advantage of this program. I would say stop letting society make you afraid of the process. That's why it's best to be educated. I educate you. I teach you what you need to know. I show you, like when we're inspecting a house, more than likely there's going to be an appraisal. The appraisal is the one that comes out and tells you how much your house is worth. You have to be licensed in that capacity in order for that to count. We give what we call an assessed valuation of the house, and we do it by the same way that the appraisal does it, a little differently, but we can come up with an estimated value of it. I know how to do to an appraisal, we're not licensed, so ours doesn't count in terms of what the bank asks for. Also, you're going to need a home inspection. Okay, what we do is we teach you how to go about determining what the value of your house is. What it's worth now is what the buyer is asking. It doesn't mean that that's exactly what it's going to be worth. Once you move into your house, however, the property value automatically goes up, even if it's just a little. Every year, property values go up. Car values, when you drive them off the lot, immediately go down. Okay, that's why I'd rather get the house first, then get the car. I don't mind living in a nice house and driving a hoopty. You can talk about me all you want to. I really don't care. But the car will come. But it's the house that I, need. And when you own a home of your own, it's such a great feeling when you have a home. You got all of this space now that you can put stuff, you can store stuff. See, me, I have to have an attic and a basement. I have to have an attic and a basement. I can't have a house without an attic and a basement. Buffalo is the first place that I ever came to that I found that there was no basement and no attic, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how in the world you have a house and you don't have a basement or attic? Some of these houses were actually single-story houses. I'm like, that's just like an apartment, a ranch-style house? Come on. I have to have a first floor, second floor, an attic, and a basement, because then I'll get the full value of a house. Okay? Also, the first place that I came out was an apartment. You rent an apartment and you don't get a stove and refrigerator with it. I ain't never heard of no mess like that until I came out here. Also, when I came out here, the first time I ever saw a space heater, I didn't even know what that was. I'm like, what in the world is that? I'm used to furnaces. I've never seen a space heater until I came up here to West New York. So it's sort of like taking a journey back in time a little bit. But it was an interesting journey because I was able to learn some stuff. And as a result of that, I began to study some more things. Now, Free Money for Home Buyers is available on Lulu.com. I'll let you know when the updated version is available. If you'd like to get the version now, it has some outdated stuff in it. But it still has a lot of good information in there that pertains to today. And the same organizations that I have listed in here that offer these products yesterday, they still offer the products today. Only thing is the rules have changed a little. So you can get a copy of this book right now if you'd like to. So No Money Down allows you to buy a house, no loan origination fee, no application fee, no appraisal, no credit reporting fee. Okay? These are savings that you can take advantage of with a couple of different nonprofit organizations that I know. Okay? And even some private lenders also offer this service as well. Okay, so there are private lenders, there are nonprofit organizations, city, state, federal government, and local organizations. Private, local organizations, the private sector. Like, say your uncle opened up a business, and he can offer the service as well. I cover, in this book here, I don't include Rochester. So I'm putting Rochester stuff in there as well. And I give you the basic information, the name of the company who offers the service, and, let me just give you an example. Okay, this one private lender This is a private lender that offers these particular services. Okay. Is it a private lender? I just had it. Okay, here it is. This is a private lender that offers these services. Okay. Okay, they offer great rates, mortgage rates, expert advice, and up to $2,000 in savings at closing. Now, I always suggest we get, we're not gonna go for the conventional loan, and you're gonna understand what I'm talking about as we, continue to get to know each other. I'm gonna suggest you don't get a conventional loan. Conventional loans mean you gotta have 20% down. All the loans that I would introduce to you means that you will get a loan, a loan that offers, it would be a loan that offers as little as 3% down. Okay, sometimes 5%. Okay, and out of that 3% down, there's also assistance available to help reduce that. So let's take, for example, let's say hypothetically $100,000 house, right? $100,000 house, you are required to pay 3% down as an earnest money. Well, that would be your total closing costs. Earnest money deposit is what you put down on your initial to hold the house, like deposit for an apartment. When I ask you to put down a deposit, hold the apartment, you put down a deposit to hold the house. Okay, this starts the contract process, but not without an approval letter or proof of cash or whatever. Now, an approval letter is not a commitment. And like I said, I'm not a mortgage broker, but I can talk to you about some mortgage terms because I'm familiar with them. An approval is not a commitment, okay? But it is saying that we preliminarily will pre-qualify you based on what we see in front of us, that you qualify for a loan, okay? And we will, in fact, loan you the money, providing that all this information can be verified, okay? Now, when you get a commitment, that means that the bank is now committed to giving you that money. They are obligated to give you that money now. They're saying that we are going to give you that money. We're going to give it to you. Okay? And so what you'll be getting is a pre-qualification letter or some type of pre-qualification document that you'll be bringing, that we're going to be submitting with our offer to the seller for the purchase of the house. Okay, and you're going to be looking at houses all along. We're going to be holding some workshops, some seminars at the house, some of the houses that are available for sale. We're going to have an open house at the house, and we're going to talk about the house. I'm going to show you what to look for. I'm going to show you how to do your own inspection. Okay, what you look for in an inspection when determining whether you want this house or not. Okay, and I can give you some details, some little bitty nicks and knacks. Basically, what I look for when I see pictures on the internet. When they send me a list, when I get the list from from the listing, okay, I put a separate list together from that, out of that. I go to the house, I want to see a picture of the basement. I want to see a picture of the sink, and I want to see a picture of the tub and the kitchen sink and the bathroom sink. Okay, and I want to see that picture of the outside, and I want you to try to get a piece of that roof in there. Okay, now, why do I want to see this? First of all, I want to see if there's a furnace in there, and I want to see if there's a hot water tank in there. I want to see whether there's, what kind of heating system, by tell me whether there's a furnace or not. Also, you can look down at the bottom of the floor and see what kind of heating system is there, or you look up in the ceiling. Sometimes the heating system will be around like a baseboard heat, or it'll come from the ceiling, okay? That would mean that the heating device is up over your head in the attic or somewhere. Okay, now also I want to see the kitchen sink, because that's going to tell me. If I see a faucet, then I know that the pipes are still there. Okay, sometimes you open up a kitchen cabinet and I want to see some pictures down there too. Okay, a lot of times they don't do that, but if I see a kitchen faucet there, then I know those pipes are there, because the pipes can't stay there if the faucet is not there. I mean, if the faucet is there, it has something to hold up onto, and that would be the pipes. Same thing in the bathroom. The bathroom, I want to see a picture of that faucet area. And I wanted the toilet, I want to see a picture of that side of that whole toilet from the floor up. Because that lets me know if that toilet is in place, then fine. If I see a round hole there, then I know that toilet is gone and all of the pipes are gone. I want to tell me whether there's been fire damage or not. I want you to show me whether there's fire damage. Okay, fire damage, I don't touch that with a 10-foot pole. This guy was trying to sell this house on Fillmore Avenue and Paderewski. It was a two-story. He said it used to be a store downstairs, and upstairs it was. They had the nerve to ask for $40,000. I saw the house for months. Every time I looked at it, it got worse and worse. People were breaking out the windows. And I called him up and I asked him, I said, what's the minimum you're willing to go down on this house? And he's like, $20,000. Don't you know, in the next couple of weeks, the demolition people came around and tore that house down. And I know exactly who the real estate company is who had the listing, or they might have even owned it. See, so you got to be very, very careful. You know, also, I go to the city. You know, I do my own homework. Yes, I'm paying an appraiser. Yes, I'm paying an inspector. But I'm going to do my own homework. I'm going to find out for myself, because you're not going to tell me something and then I sign my name on that dotted line and find something else out. Okay? So that's why educated consumers are our best customers. Because the more you know, the more I know I can help you. Because you're sitting there probably saying, I want to own me a house, but I don't know how to do it. I don't have much money. I'm on Social Security disability. You know, yes, you can own a home. You're getting Social Security disability. You could be getting welfare and working, welfare and Section 8. Your Section 8 will allow you to get a home. And we can talk about that. There's a whole lot of programs for us folks out there, okay? Okay, and there's going to continue to be a whole lot of programs out there for us folks. And I will educate you on any program that you need to know that I know about that exists. Okay, like I said, this particular private lender has a lot of different programs. No commitment fee, lender closing fee, 12-month waiver for borrower protection plan, a $200 credit towards closing. Come on. This is a private lender that's offering these services, okay? And yes, we can give you the information. When you get a copy of this book on Lulu.com, you'll have it in the palm of your hands. But these people in here do not sell you the house. Affordable Homes and Apartments does. So that's what we ask you to come to us, and we will be the one to show you the house. We will be the one to sell you the house, okay? And we're not gonna go to the West Seneca and Hamburg and show you none of them houses out there. We're gonna show you a house in a nice neighborhood that's reasonably priced, something that you can afford. Yes, you may be approved for $100,000, but we're gonna suggest that you get a house for $75,000. Why? Because you're gonna have $25,000 in equity. Because this is all you'll legally be able to afford. And we don't want to see you in foreclosure. Okay? So we're going to start talking about some more of this. Go to my email. Email me at sblack3001@gmail.com. Okay? And log in and just say I'd like to attend the next workshop. The next free workshop. Okay? You can go to Lulu.com and you can get a copy of this book, Free Money for Home Buyers. Or you can get the other book if you're facing more foreclosure. I have a copy of both books at the workshop because we touch on both subjects. Okay, so we want to ask you to join me next week right here on Real Estate Religion and You. We're going to be talking more about, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about next week. Okay? But please join me next week right here on Time Warner Public Access TV Channel 20. And I'll see you next week. Holla at a sister. Alright? Don't forget to give us a call. Email me. Check out my YouTube address. And we will see you next week at Wednesday 6:30 to 7 and Saturday 12:30 to 1 right here on Time Warner Public Access TV Channel 20. And holla at a sister, you are going to be the next home buyer. You are going to be opening up the door to a home of your own very soon. And Affordable Homes is going to help you make that dream of home ownership a reality today. Holla.